Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
You guys see properly, right? Can you see properly? So today we're gonna start inverse trigonometric functions. Acha, yesterday I gave you some notes. Did you guys went through those notes about how to find those values? So let's start this chapter 2, inverse trigonometric function. So first thing, for every chapter we started with this one. So why we are studying this chapter? What's the purpose? If I study this chapter, what we are going to learn from this one? Okay. So first thing in this chapter we'll learn is that it tells us about the restrictions on the domains and ranges of the trigonometric functions which ensure the existence of their inverses. So this is the first condition. Actually, when we'll go through the whole chapter, we'll get to know, and I hope that you guys know about domain and range, right? Domain and range in class 11 chapter 2 you guys have studied in relation and functions. Yes or no? Do you guys remember? Now in the second one is this chapter will show the behavior of such functions through graphical representation. Now we'll be solving some graphs and we'll represent sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, all those trigonometric functions in graphical form. And then we have third most important thing why we are studying this chapter is it is one of the major part of pre-calculus. Pre-calculus is what? When we're going to start calculus, this trigonometric functions we need to know about. These are the most important chapters. So these are known as pre-calculus. So before doing calculus, you need to know this chapter very well. Okay, so let's start with this. Still we are having someone joining up. Wait a second. Now let's move on to the second slide. What do we have in here? So here we have some basic concepts. First thing you see sine function. Okay, now sine is a function, right? So any function we already know in class 11, when you have any function we can write it as f colon a to b, right? Yes or no? Please tell me. What does a signify? Everyone, please tell me. What does a signify? In class 11 you have done this one. What does a signify? This a signifies the domain. And what does this b signify? B signifies the what? B signifies the range or it signifies the codomain. Am I clear? Now look at here. Here I am writing sine function r2 1 minus 1. So r is what? What is r? Hey, mute your audio, or else if you answer and then mute your audio. R is the domain and 1 minus 1 is the range. Okay? 1 minus 1 is the range. What is the maximum value of sine? The maximum value of sine is 1, right? Actually, there is a mistake in here. We have to write this one as, there is a mistake in here. Everyone, look at here. It is not 1 minus 1. It will be minus 1, 1. Please, if you are writing in your copy, please correct this one. It will be minus 1 comma 1. Because in the left hand side, the smaller number will be there than in the right hand side. Just like in number lines. Am I clear? It will be minus 1 comma 1. So what is the range? If somebody asks you what is range of sine function, it will be minus 1 to 1. The maximum value is 1. The minimum value is minus 1. Okay? Clear? Yes or no? So what is the domain? Domain is equal to R. R means what? Set of real numbers. Now why they are saying domain is R? Because sine x is defined for all real values of x. Okay? Sine x is defined for all real values of x. That's why domain is R. Now range. Again there is a mistake in here. Actually, I think I made a mistake. So again, it will be minus 1 comma 1. It won't be 1 comma minus 1. It will be minus 1 comma 1. I think everywhere I have done the same mistake. So it is minus 1 comma 1. The range is minus 1 comma 1. Okay. Now look at cos function. So cosine function is given by cos colon r2, again the same thing, minus 1 comma 1 it will be. What is r? R is the domain, and minus 1 comma 1 is the range of cos function. What is the maximum value of cos? It's 1. And what is the minimum value of cos? It's minus 1. Can anybody tell me cos 180 degrees how much? Cos 180 degrees how much? Cos 180 degrees how much?
0.
Wow. Cos 180 degrees 0. Now I got you. Cos 180 degrees minus 1. 0. Then I have to show you how we got minus 1. Look at here everyone. I think the trigonometry part, we have 0 in here. We have, everyone please look at it here carefully. We have 90 degree in here. We have 180 degree in here. And we have 270 degree in here. So what is cos 0 equal to? Now since you guys don't know, so you have to tell me one by one. Tell me what is cos 0 is equal to? Cos 0 is equal to how much? 1. Now I will tell you why cos 0 is 1. Look at here very carefully. Look this one, this line. This line is actually what? When I am drawing a triangle, when I draw a triangle, so that you can never ever forget. That's why I'm doing this thing. When I am drawing a triangle, right angle triangle, it has base. This one is the base. This one is the perpendicular. This one is the hypotenuse, right? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in here, when you are looking here at here, cos theta, cos is what? Base by hypotenuse, right? Cos is what? Base by hypotenuse. Am I clear? So when you look at here, this thing is what? A straight line like this. Okay, a straight line means what? There is no height in here. Can we see any height? There is no perpendicular line, right? So there is only base in here. If I see only base in here, so what do we see? So cos 0 will be base by base. Cos 0 is equal to base by base. That is 1. Are you clear about this one, or yes or no? Acha, what is the formula of hypotenuse? What is the formula of hypotenuse when base is there and height is there? What is the formula of hypotenuse? What is the formula of hypotenuse? Pythagoras theorem. What was that?
Side of 2 square.
It is what? Root over of base square plus perpendicular square. Yes or no? This is what hypotenuse is, right? Now when I am finding cos theta is equal to what? Cos theta is equal to, look at here carefully. Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. This is the thing, right? Yes or no? Now for 0 degree, this is what? There is only base. Can you see any perpendicular in here? There is only base. If there is only base, the hypotenuse will become what? Look, this is for easy memorization. This thing will become 0. So it will become root over of b square. So it will become, hypotenuse will become b. Yes or no? Please tell me yes or no. Hypotenuse will become b. Because perpendicular is 0, right? Because there is only base in here. There is no height. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now, if hypotenuse is base, so can I write cos 0 as, I am writing cos 0 degree as base by base, and that is equal to 1. This is the easier way to remember these values. Now tell me, cos 90 is how much? Cos 90 is how much? Cos 90 is how much? 0. How it is 0? Look at here. In cos 90, you see a straight line. This straight line basically signifies what? A perpendicular, right? Yes or no? This straight line signifies what? A perpendicular. And I see there is no base in this perpendicular line. I see there is no base in this perpendicular line. Here, there is a base, no perpendicular. Here, there is a perpendicular line, there is no base. Understood? If you think of a triangle, if there is no base, so it means what? Base is 0? Yes or no? And if base is 0, base by hypotenuse becomes what? 0. So cos 90 is 0. Am I clear? Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now look at here.
Yes.
Cos 180 degree. Tell me cos 180 degree is how much? Cos 180 degree is how much? Again you think like that.
-1.
How is it -1? Look at here. Cos 180 degree is what? I have a base in here, right? If I have a base in here, so I will be getting what? Base by base, because perpendicular is 0 in here. Just like in here. Now can you tell me why is it -1? Who can tell me why is it -1? Why is it -1?
Second quadrant.
No, that's not the explanation. It's second quadrant. The explanation is very, very simple. Why is it -1? Pass.
Straight line.
Very good. A straight line, I will not say straight line. Coordinates, coordinate axis. When you do coordinate axis, this side you write x, this side you write -x, right? This upper side you write y, this down side you write -y. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's why cos 180 is -1. Now can you tell me cos 270 is equal to how much? Let's see, who can tell me? Cos 270 is equal to how much? Cos 270 is?
1. 1. 1.
My God. Just like cos 90, I see a straight line in the downward direction. There is no base in here. So cos 270 is 0. Yes, it's 0. Understood? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So now you will remember, right? Now let's go with sine. Now let's see whether you have you understood the concept or not. Sine 0 is how much? Sine 0 is how much?
0.
Wow. Sine 0 is 1. Sine 0, you see. Now in case of sine theta is what? It is perpendicular by hypotenuse, right? So sine deals with height. I see only base. There is no height in here. So if there is no height in here, so height is 0. So sine 0 is 0. Understood? You guys don't know the values at all. Acha, sine 90 is how much? Sine 90, let's see. Use the concept and tell me. Sine 90 is how much? Sine 90 is? Very good. Sine 90 is 1. Because I see only perpendicular in here. There is no base. So sine 90 is 1. Sine 180 is how much? Let's see. Very good. Sine 180 is 0. I see only base, no perpendicular in here. Sine 180 is 0. Next, last one. Sine 270 is how much?
-1.
Very good. Sine 270 is -1 because it's in the opposite direction. Am I clear? Have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I can guarantee that you will never forget these values. Now you look at here. So what was the maximum value? You see the maximum value of sine was 1 and minimum value was -1, right? Same goes with cos also. The maximum value was 1 and -1. That's why the range is -1 to 1. Actually, I made a mistake. It's not from 1 to -1. It is -1 to 1. Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It's -1 to 1. I'm very sorry. I will change it. I will send it to you, the notes. So -1 to 1 is the range of both sine function and cos function. Now we are moving into the most unimportant portion, that is now tan function. Now what is tan function? Listen very carefully. Now the important part start. In tan function, the domain is also, look at here the domain. What they have given? the domain is so big, right? This is your domain. Look at it very carefully. The domain is so big. This whole thing, no, not this whole thing. This whole thing is your domain. My God. So big domain. In here it was so small domain, that was R. But in here there is so big domain. This one, right? And the codomain, the range is R. Here the range was -1 to 1. But here the range is just R. Now tell me, what does this signify? What does this big thing signify? First thing you need to know is what is the definition of domain? Can anybody tell me what is the definition of domain? You have learned in class 11. What is the definition of domain? Sir, pass. Pass. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Write it down. Very, very important thing. Write it down. Domain. All the possible values of x for which the function is defined. All the possible values of x for which the function is for which the function is defined. Am I clear? All the possible values of x for which the function is defined. Understood? Clear? Yes or no? Can I proceed? Now you see, I need to find the domain of tan x. Now let's see who can tell me this thing. Tan x is equal to what? In terms of sin x and cos x, tan x is equal to what? In terms of sin x cos x, tan x is equal to? Sin theta by cos theta. But I am dealing with x in here. So sin x by cos x. Can anybody tell me now when can tan x be undefined? When can tan x be undefined? Who can tell me? When can tan x be undefined?
When cos x is 0.
Very, very good. When cos x is 0, tan x becomes undefined. Very good. Acha, fine. That's a very good answer. Now can you tell me when cos x is equal to 0? When can cos x is equal to 0? Let's see. When is cos x equal to 0? My question is now.
Cos 90 degree.
Very, very good. Okay, fine. 90 degree. That's right. Is that only it? Is cos x 0 only for 90 degree? Is cos x 0 only for 90 degree?
270.
Very good. 270. That's right. Now 270 I can write 3 pi by 2. Everybody agrees with this one? Yes or no? 90 I can write pi by 2. So if I multiply 3 into 90 I get what? 270 degree, right? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Acha, pi means how much? Pi means how much?
180.
Thank you.
180.
You saved my day. Acha, now look at here. What I see the combination cos 90 is 0. Cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, right? Now I don't need to find out for other thing. I see it is what, can I think of this one as 1 into pi by 2? Can I think of 1 into pi by 2? Think of as 3 into pi by 2. So what I see, the pattern is what? Odd multiple of pi by 2. So the next one will be 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you getting my point? So cos x equal to 0 when x is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. Yes or no? Or should I explain it more elaborately? Are you getting?
Once more, sir. Once more.
Acha, once more. Yes, I want you to say something. If you don't say, then how can I proceed? Look at here. Everyone, cos 90 is 0, right? Cos 90 is 0, right? Again, cos 270 is 0, right? Yes or no? This is our pi by 2. This thing is our pi by 2. This thing is our 3 pi by 2. Acha, the next one will be what? 3 pi by 2 into pi, 3 by pi by 2 plus pi. I am here 3 pi by 2. If I go again in this direction, this one will be what? 3 pi by 2 plus pi. And how much is that equal to? 5 pi by 2. Now if I do 5 pi by 2 plus pi, again I will come in here and that becomes 7 pi by 2. It's repeating like that, right? Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2. Like that, yes or no? Am I clear? Are you getting my point, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here, so what I see, for these angles, the values of cos x is equal to 0. Now how can I represent these angles? The way to, so 1 into pi by 2. So it is what? What I can say of that odd multiple of pi by 2 cos x is 0, right? Now how can I represent odd numbers? Suppose I tell you, what should I say? Suppose I give you any number, okay? No, let me see. Acha, I am thinking of a number. Everyone listen very carefully. I am thinking of a number. Now I am telling you to make it an even number. I am not telling you the number. I am just thinking of a number and I am telling you to make it an even number. What you will do? How you will make an unknown number an even number? Let's see. Who can tell me? Listen very carefully. A number you don't know, but without knowing it, you have to make it an even number. How can you do that? How can you do that? Suppose I give plus one
Plus odd number.
plus odd number. You said what? Plus what?
Odd number plus odd number.
Acha, fine.
Even number.
No, that's not the point. Suppose I give you n, where n can be anything. If n can be anything, how can I make n even number? For sure. N can be anything. How can I make n even number? Tell me this one. Look, I know I can go like that. But we have to explain the thing. That's why I'm going slow. How can I make n an even number? Just multiply it with 2. 2 into n becomes an even number, right? No matter n is whatever it is. If n is odd number, 2 into n is even number. Yes or no? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
about n,
Yes, sir.
so 2n is 100% sure it's an even number, right? Now, how can I make 2n an odd number? Just add 1 with it. Am I clear? Understood? Yes or no?
sir.
Yes. So now you see, now you will understand this domain. The domain says R minus. R means what? All the real numbers. Minus means what? I am subtracting those values of x which makes the function undefined. Which values of x makes the function undefined? The values of x which makes cos x 0. You see, x is equal to odd multiple of pi by 2. Have you understood? X is equal to odd multiple of pi by 2 makes cos x 0. That's why I will reject all these values from the domain. Have you understood this or not? Am I clear? Yes or no? So here you see n is an integer. N is an integer means what? N starts with from here. Acha, put n as 0. How much you get? If I put n as 0, I get what? Pi by 2.
1.
1. Oh yeah, from here I get 1. But 1 into pi by 2 is what? Pi by 2, right? And cos pi by 2 is 0. And it becomes undefined. That's why it's rejected. Am I clear? Understood? So that's how.
Yes, sir.
So that's how we get domain of tan x. The domain of tan x is r minus of this integer.